Nation, it's your boy Jerome. I'm here today to give a review of Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel episode 13 titled Prepare to Fail. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. Alright, so the episode opens with Madam Odious. She's on the Warrior Dome. She's talking to General Tynamon and his warrior by the name of Brax. We've had Brax, Thrax, and now and then Frax. So, Badana comes in with some Basher bots. She's a huge fan of Brax and all that kind of stuff. She sent him fan mail. He said he's gotten all 200 of them. And, she's, Madam Odious tells her to, entertain them. And once Madam Odious leaves, Badana, like I said, she's a huge fan of General Tynamon, but Brax. And she tells, General Tynamon, if he doesn't want his little secret out, that she'll tell, to back, I guess, in order just to back off and let her be with, Brax and all that kind of stuff. So we move over to the Rangers. They are in their math class with Mrs. Finch. She's passing out a math test that the Rangers took. Everybody's passed the math test, but Sarah is the only one that had an A+. So, Sarah's feeling, so good about this right now. And, Mrs. Finch is telling them that they have a second part to the test. And Sarah doesn't feel like she needs to study for the test because the first test was so easy that, she'll make an easy A on part 2 of the test. And, Victor and Monty, they come up to talk to Miss Finch after everything is, done. They tried to bribe Miss Finch, but they still ended up getting an F on the test. And then you got the Rangers in the park. They are studying for the test with the exception of Sarah. Sarah is looking for movie tickets to go to see a movie. And again, because Sarah thinks that first test was such a cinch that, she can easily get another A without even studying. And then there's a fan that comes up to Levi to ask for an autograph for herself and for her friends. So that stops Levi in his tracks, so he can't keep going with the Rangers, but they keep studying. And then they run into General Tynamon and Badana with some of the Basher bots, and they introduce Brax to the Rangers. So the Rangers morph, and with one single hit from Brody, Brax is down and he's retreating in the battle. So they tell the Basher bots to attack the Rangers, and they attack the Rangers, and the Rangers defeat the Basher bots. And then Levi comes back up and he asks them, what happened, and they were like, it wasn't really much of a battle. So they're back in their their base, and they're telling what happened, and Levi nor Redbot believe it because it just seems too good to be true that one of the warriors from the Galaxy Warriors goes down with one hit. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So the Rangers are talking about how they're going to go study, but then Sarah's like she's going to go see a movie because again she felt like that first part of the test was so easy that she does not have to study for this. So when the Rangers go out to study, Sarah, Mick stops Sarah because he sees on one of the tables where Sarah had made a bit of a mess with looked like a one of those power stars, the swords. So she tells him, yeah, it's her superstar that she's making. And, Mick is like, well, can I get you to help me, continue on it? She's like, oh, no, it's no rush on it. If Brax is any kind of warrior from the Galaxy Warriors, then, we don't have anything to worry about right now. Sarah has, Sarah's letting this easy A, well, not an easy A, she's letting this A that she got go to her head at this point. Okay, so it's the day of the second test for the Rangers, and, Mrs. Finch, she's passing out the test to the Rangers. And she, gives Sarah her test, and Sarah calls Mrs. Finch and tells her, I think you gave me the wrong test. And then Mrs. Finch says, no, I did not give you the wrong test. I gave you the right test. And, she walks by the trash can where there are cans of beans in there from Victor and Monty. And, in the back of the classroom, you got Monty, he's farting. And, Mrs. Finch says, well, you know what? Well, actually, Victor and Monty were like, maybe you should cancel the test. And Sarah's like, yeah, cancel the test because, again, Sarah didn't prepare for the test. She thought it would be easy. So, Mrs. Finch said, you know what? I saw those cans of beans and I came prepared. So she has gas masks in there for every student except for Victor and Monty, that is. So when it comes down to Victor and Monty, she tells them either you can take the test or you can leave. But if you leave, you get an F. And, Sarah is frantic about this test. And, once Victor and Monty finish their test, because they rush through the test, they bust out the door. And then, the other Rangers come out the door. They've all passed their test, but Sarah didn't. Sarah is upset because she said Mrs. Finch is not fair. She made this test harder than yesterday's test. And Mrs. Finch says, did I say that the test was going to be easy? She said, this is part of, challenges of life and all that kind of stuff. And, she tells Sarah next time, come prepared. And the Rangers get a call from Mick saying that Brax is back. The Rangers go to fight Brax, and they're expecting another easy battle with Brax. But this time the battle wasn't easy. They finally figured out that Brax was actually stronger than what he pretended to be. So they have to retreat back to the base. Once they get to the base, they're like, how did Brax go from weak to strong in over a day? And Sarah figures it out. He didn't go from weak to strong. Brax was already strong. He just pretended to be weak so that you guys could drop your guard. And she says it's like what Miss Finch said, basically just come prepared when you come prepared. So now the Rangers have to figure out a way to wear Brax down. And then back on the Warrior Dome, they have the bus cams. They're searching for the Rangers, and Brax is like, whenever one of the bus cams find the Rangers, he will zoom back down to Earth and he'll fight the Rangers. So back in the base, Sarah's still working on this Super Star Blade. So basically what it does is it'll work in conjunction with the Ninja Star Blades, each and every one of them. And then it'll also work in conjunction with the Lion Fire Armor Star. So Brax is in for a big surprise when he meets the Rangers. All right, so now that the Ninja Superstar Blade is completed, the Rangers go into action, and Brax comes down to Earth to fight them. They morph into action. They have a plan to wear Brax down. And then once they finally wear Brax down, they go to part 2 of their plan, which is with the Ninja Superstar Blade. Sarah uses it. She defeats him. Then, back on the Warrior Dome, Cosmo wants to send in the Skull Gators, but, Madonna overhears this and she's like, no. So against the crowd's wishes and Cosmo's wishes, she gigantifies him. So when she gigantifies him, the Rangers decide to use 2 Zords on him, the Ninja Steel Megazord and the Blaze Star Zords, which I'm kind of confused about that. I thought that the Ninja Steel Megazord was down, but I guess, somewhere Mick revived all those Zords. Don't know about that. So, they start fighting him, and then Madonna sends in 4 Skull Gators, and, when they send in the Skull Gators, the Ranger, not the Rangers, but Brax, he leaves, leaving the Rangers to fight the Skull Gators. So the Rangers do defeat the Skull Gators, and, that's it with the Skull Gators there, that's it. So the Rangers are back at school. And Victor and Monty have fixed the door on Mrs. Finch's classroom, and Sarah's talking to Mrs. Finch, and she's telling her how she studied for the test, not studied for the test, but excuse me, but the questions that she missed, she went back and she reviewed them, and Mrs. Finch basically tells her, "I'm gonna give you a second chance to make up the test," which that I think that was the whole plan. She wanted Sarah to study all along, but now that Sarah knew what she did wrong, Sarah goes back to study for the test, and now she's more than happy to give her a second chance. But that was the episode. Tell me how you guys feel about the episode. Like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later. I will be doing my Ranger talk later today, so look out for that. So JB Says What, signing out.